My name is Mike Ulrich. I'm with Renovation Innovations. We specialize in bathroom remods and kitchen remodels.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. And I know that you have been working with a bunch of lead aggregators companies in the past. So kind of what were the problems that you were facing in the past?
Well, in many of them, I don't. Do you want their names too, or not? I mean, I don't know
Oh, no,
all of
no,
them.
that's fine.
Yeah, no, that's okay. But I mean, many of them, some of the big national companies that are out there, um, they go through cycles. They'd send us leads when we first start. Everything was great, and I didn't mind. Obviously I realized we're not going to get every lead. Is not going to become an appointment. It's not always going to become a sale, but it felt like it went through cycles. We'd do really well, and then over a month or two, it would fade off, and to the point where we're just getting garbage leads to things that didn't even apply to us in many cases. And then when we would go back to them and ask for a refund because it didn't apply, or the people, they weren't even real people in some cases, they would fight us for it. And it was
Hmm.
real problematic because, we try to run an honest business. And for us, it was a problem because I expect everybody else to do the same thing. But
Right.
they would just tell us there's nothing we can do. And they would just keep charging the cards. And we finally would stop. We ended up finding a couple that were good. And then again, over time, a month, 2, 3 months in, they would go away. I mean, they would fade out. So then we switched over to some people that were doing some different marketing on social media, and they were doing different things with SEO. And again, I don't know what happened, but about 3 months ago, we had a couple issues where, again, the leads just stopped. I mean, we go from 12 to 15 a week to 3 over a month. And I don't know. I can't explain it. We've talked to them about it, and they would always tell us, they don't know. They're going to research it. But while we're doing that, we're paying them by the month, and
Mm,
nothing would happen. So I realize it. We're not the only customer for them. I know they've got a lot going on, but to me, that's our livelihood. At 15
right.
people strong, with that out in the field, I've got 15 families depending on me to make sure we stay busy. So when we went from, you know, roughly $70,000 a week in sales to 100,000 in 2 months, it was pretty rough.
Okay.
Once we came across you guys, so far, everything, to be honest, your system has been the best we've ever used in my experience for a couple reasons. One, the leads, the appointments are sometimes a little hard for me because they just get set in there, but it works. So I like the idea that you guys have screened these people. When we get there, they're real people. They have some understanding of what they're about to get from us. They have some idea of cost. And to be honest, anybody that wasn't a good lead, you guys have handled probably 10 times faster than anybody else and never been an issue. So
Right.
that goes a long way. If this can grow, I would put everything I've got into this because
Right.
so far these leads have been great. The people have been legit, and I couldn't ask for better.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. So what I'm hearing you saying is basically in the past with the other lead aggregators has been kind of inconsistent. I think more like the reason is maybe the incentives haven't been like fully aligned. You know, if they just get paid per lead, they just want to throw as many at you as possible, and
That's true.
then the scope of work is not always there. And then also yeah, just like overall the inconsistency. But yeah, I'm super happy you like it so far. And then also know we are looking into possibly scaling the budget even further. Once we have seen the like appointments we have lined up now, eventually goes to close. So far, have we've been working for like I think it's like 25 days, and
Yes.
closed. Is it 2 or 3 jobs so far?
I believe Yes, I believe there's 3 that have closed. There are 2 that are pending. Um, and there's a couple we still have to get in. We've gone to
Yeah.
the appointments. We've met with them, but they, for some one reason or another have had to postpone our actual quote. Like I've gone to the house, they've met me, but said, I've got a situation. Can you come back? So,
Hmm.
yeah, I would say we're going to have, based on my thought right now, we're probably going to have a 60+% closing ratio. And I think that will get better because some of the ones that have held us off, I think we're going to come back in a month or two.
All right, that's awesome. And the revenue generated from these 3 closures, I remember the 2 first were like combined maybe like 50K. How much was the third one?
Well, I don't have that off the top of my head, but I would tell you
Yeah.
my average is about a $25,000 bathroom. So I would
Okay.
say each one of those is probably going to be very, very close.
Right. Yeah, so the 2 first were like 23 and then 28 and then probably the third one. So maybe
Yeah.
it's around 75K so far.
Yes.
25 days in with some pending and still some appointments to be taken.
Yes.
That's awesome. So yeah, like just like a final question, what would you say to someone who were like on the fence with like joining our program? Like, would you recommend doing it?
100% recommend it. And I think the biggest thing is communication. You guys answer the phone, you talk to us. If we have an issue, you handle it. That is something you don't get anywhere else. You get bumped around a lot. Somebody might answer the phone, but they can't help you. You guys have been helpful. And I've told our office, if we can scale this 10 times what we're doing, that's where I want to go. I want to do it in incremental steps, but I will gladly give as much as we can to keep using you guys if you can keep feeding us the same quality that we've gotten so far.